we really need to talk more about the ties of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. That link is never spoken about, ever, by either side, because if the left talks about it, they have to address Hillary, and if the right talks about it, they have to realize that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were very close friends, and that he mysteriously dies by suicide, and taking all of everything he knows with him to the grave. Let's think about it, though. If it were Hillary that was responsible for this mysterious suicide, would it have been bungled so much? No. My thought is, because Trump very clearly values loyalty above competency, that Trump hired whoever was responsible for Epstein's suicide, and that's why it was such a fuck up. That's why no one believes it, because Trump values loyalty above competency, and that's why. Yeah, it makes sense to me. He had known, he knew about Trump's ties with Epstein. Trump knew about Epstein and his proclivities for sexually abusing children. And he stated it on the record for the New York Times. And it's crazy that nobody's talking about it. We really need to. And the fact is, Trumpists believe that he's somehow fighting a shadow war against these disgusting people like Epstein. No. Trump silenced Epstein before he told us the truth, you guys. It's obvious. Responsible people, respectable people are afraid of making these connections because they have a lot to lose. I have no followers. Nobody knows who I am. Who cares? Like, who cares who I am? Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were cohorts in crime. Donald Trump has been on the record for raping one of his ex-wives. I forget which one. There's been so many, you know? I don't keep track of the names. But then after there was a settlement reached, she retracted that statement. Of course, I mean, if someone physically abuses me, I could think of a number that would make me forget it, or at least there are people who, like, let's be honest, there is a number to buy people out. That number is lower for some people. I don't think Bernie Sanders has a number. I think Bernie fucking Sanders is the greatest thing in politics that we have ever had, and I honestly believe he's been in politics for over 30 years, and his net worth is derived entirely from writing books. The dude is a fucking senator from Vermont. Well, Vermont isn't that rich but he could have capitalized on that. Donald Trump is getting FBI agents to stay at his hotels, federal agents to stay at his hotels. He is so corrupt. He takes the small time crimes and he doesn't even think twice about it because he knows his supporters don't care. How many protest votes of Trump's were a result of Hillary targeting Bernie and screwing him out of the DNC nomination? Now, there's not enough evidence to suggest that what Hillary did completely denied Bernie of the nomination, but the fact that the DNC really took her side compared to his, it wasn't acceptable for some people. And like 10 to 20% of Bernie Sanders supporters, people who Bernie actively told, like, Bernie, you like me. Bernie's like, hey, you like me. you need to, I was like, oh, I can't do a Bernie impression. You can't vote Donald Trump. I support Hillary Clinton. He did 40 campaign rallies for Hillary Clinton after she screwed him. Yet 10 to 20% of his supporters voted Trump. Now they're getting their first choice. Okay? Now Hillary's supporters have to choose between the man that chanted "lock her up" and the man who they might perceive as screwing her out of the election. So, so it's a really tough corner for Hillary supporters to be in, and it's really going to be the craziest election of our time. There's a lot of people who think, oh, the incumbent has a lot of power, a lot of strength behind him, because, like I said, there's a crazy amount of unity behind a man who's loyal to no one, and it's something that I will never understand. It has eliminated my faith in humanity, because 49%, Trump is at 49% approval rating now after the impeachment trial. Of course, everyone knew the Republicans were going to dismiss it. I don't understand how it could have gone higher if we didn't know what the outcome would be, but we all knew. So Trump has never hit 50%. Even at the start of his presidency, he's been at the lowest approval rating consistently in a long, long time. So, and now he's fighting against the most popular politician we have ever, like, in the country, Bernie Sanders. The guy, he is honest to a fault. He is honest. He knows what he wants. He states what he wants. Donald Trump has lied. He hasn't kept any of his promises. Mexico's not paying for any oil. We're not even paying for it. It's not happening. It's done. He have failed completely, and yet somehow the narrative has these Trump supporters, these MAGA cultists, completely convinced that he is keeping all of his promises. It's ridiculous. There's just a certain number of humans who are unreachable, and I really hope that humanity prevails and the best sides of humanity prevail, as opposed to the most hopeless sides. Have a wonderful day.